right, let's get it rolling. Okay, so we want to see, let's say we want to see the sphere, and so that would be like our LOD 0. So it's what we're going to look at, but we don't ever want it to render. So if we go into Object Display, there's going to be a Drawing Overrides section. Okay, so that's going to be under Object Display and then Drawing Overrides, and this will be the same thing for the LOD one. So what we need to do is we need to enable, and then we need to come down to, if I can find it, or no, that's, sorry, I'm actually telling you the other stuff. What we need to come down to is Arnold to flip off its rendering visibility. Okay, so the LOD 1, maybe we'll do that. Let's select the box and let's go to Enable Overrides. And then all we need to do is this level of detail and drop that to bounding box. And so this thing can be super heavy, right? Like those levels have like all this junk and is super, super, super heavy. But in the end, if we load it as bounding box, whatever that is now just going to be a box that covers the whole thing. And it can just live in the background. And it's super light for the video card. Now, it is still in there, so when we save it, if you remember, those file sizes were pretty big. And so we could consider loading like Arnold cache assets to do the same thing. They would live outside, but it seems like that didn't pan out last time. So we'll just kind of keep with this for now. Okay, so the box is going to render, okay, but it's only loading as a bounding box, which just keeps it light. Okay, so for the sphere, that's going to be under the Arnold section. And what you want to do is you want to come down here to visibility and flip all this off. And that's really it.
Neat.
That's like it. So now we're looking at the sphere, but this will never, the sphere will never render, the box will render. So if like, for example, if I just pull this sphere out right here and we'll just drop down like a Skydome light. So I can see the sphere, right? It looks great, but when I render, no sphere.
Just box.
Okay, because we flipped off everything. Now you want to make sure that when you do that, you do flip off everything, because you don't want something like cast shadows to be on, right? Because you'll pick up shadows. So you want to make sure, and you also want to make sure primary visibility is off. So you want to just make sure that all this is unchecked. So when we render it, it just doesn't render. It lives in our scene as our level of detail 1, right? And so we can tumble around the scene and look at this light guy real easily. But in the end, this guy that's baked inside of this box is what's going to render here. And that's it.
Cool.